Hey, good morning. It's Suzanne. Today I'd like to work on a different set of exercises I call the rotisserie. It focuses a lot on your torso, so it's super important to pay attention to your posture all the time, engaging as many muscles as you can through your torso, your shoulders, all the way down and through your pelvis, including your glutes. So everything that we do, you always want to pay attention to how your muscles are working in your torso. Again, I call this the rotisserie, and I call it rotisserie because it's like rotisserie chicken. We're just going to rotate into different positionings from side on to your back, to the other side, and then facing up. So we just roll around. I'm going to go through maybe 3 or 4 different types of rotisserie. You could just replay one rotisserie. I'll try to explain as we go, giving modifications. Just know that if anything is uncomfortable, don't keep going. Stop, reposition yourself. Sometimes when you have load on your shoulders, especially in a side plank, it can be a lot. So you need to really pay attention to what your body's doing. Also, if you aren't holding your spine strong, it can go into your lower back, which is another thing I would never want you to feel. So if you're not exercising now, please kind of view these and make sure that they're exercises that would be appropriate for you. As I said, I'll show you some modifications, but you need to be safe. And second, if you've come to my class before, you will be familiar with these. So if you can ramp it up, and I'll show you some options to make it a little harder. So I'll kind of go through giving you time to do it. I may not count, but you'll just keep going as I talk, because that's just how we work, right? I do have a little wrist thing, so I can't do everything, but I'll definitely demonstrate as well as I can. So if you're not exercising, make sure your doctor knows you're exercising. If anything is uncomfortable, stop immediately. Don't try to work through things, and pain is always an indicator that something isn't right. So please use your common sense. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and get ourselves going. All right, see you soon. Okay, first rotisserie. Oh, these are from my blinds too, because the sun's coming in and facing the east. So isn't that exciting? All right, so our first one, we're going to start in our push-up positions. We're going to do push-ups first. So up to you how many you do. You can stop the video and just do as many push-ups as you like. As I said, I can't do a push-up. So we're going to start. I'm going to start on my knees. Remember to keep yourself in great posture. We'll come down and up. So I'm going to do about 10, 3, 4, strong in your torso, 5, 6, go up on your feet if you need to, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. From there, we're going to go down into our side plank. So get your elbow underneath your shoulder. We do that nice right triangle here, strong in your torso. So we have nice straight line here. Body's nice and strong. Bottom leg bent or straight. We come up and just hold. I tend to open my arm up, but you don't have to. You can leave it down. Hold that position. More of a challenge. Drop your hips a little and come back up. More of a challenge. Straighten your bottom leg. Hold. Or drop your hips. So whatever you're doing, keep going just a little bit longer, and let's stop there. Great. All right, onto your back. So once you're on your back, we're going to put our feet down, feet about hip width apart. I try to get myself into good posture. I'm going to lift my hips up off the ground, straightening this line. So from here to here, driving down, pushing my knees away. So I'm going to drop down and come up. So if you'd like to make this more difficult, you can lift one leg up, maybe do 5 or 6 with one leg, and then switch over. Depends on how many you want to do. So just remember to keep that leg in line and work up through those hips and glutes. Or if you have both legs going, keep that, maybe place a soccer ball or a baseball between your knees as you drive through. And come up. Let's do one more. Awesome. All right, let's go on the other side. So we go up onto your other side. I'm just going to flip over so I can see. So down through, nice and strong through my whole torso. Right triangle here, bottom leg bent to start or straight. That's up to you. Come up and hold. If that feels good, drop your hips. If you need to hold, hold. If you want to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. You can add your hip lift or just hold that position. You got it? So do your thing. Keep going. Awesome. Excellent. Good job. All right. All right, rotisserie number 2. We start again on our hands and knees. And you want to be, I call it, look like a staple and a stapler. So you have right angle here and a right angle here. So knees about hip width apart, hands underneath your shoulders. And from there, we'll take your one arm out, and then the opposite leg goes out. So we'll alternate that, or you can stay on one side. You could also just do one arm at a time and one leg at a time as you work your way around. You can also do this up on your hands and your feet, lifting one leg or one arm at a time or alternating. So you've got one arm going, one leg, or opposite. So you do your thing, do what you can. Alternate your sides or go around from arm, arm, leg, leg. Keep going, keep going. Make sure you hold your torso steady. Keep those shoulders square and hips square so your belly button's pointing down in the same position the whole time. Do one more, so work your way around. Excellent. And then we'll come down to your side. So once you're on your side, we're going to go all the way down. So you're going to lay on your arm, if that's comfortable. So you want to make sure that you're still in good posture, that your spine is in a nice long line. So you're not going to be here. You're going to kind of tuck those ribs in a little bit, keep your abdominals strong. And what we call is you get a little mouse house here. So you can actually feel your waist there. You're not going to just press your waist into the ground. So you're going to feel the muscles holding you steady. Bottom leg bent, top leg straight. We're going to stay in a nice long line. So if I was against this wall, my heel, my glute, my shoulder, my head would touch the wall. So I want you to think that long line. From there, we're going to use our muscles around our hip to lift and lower. So it's not a big swing. You're going to hold your pelvis steady as you lift and lower from here, not from your foot. So you try to lift as you go. You breathe, body is long and strong, holding your abdominals. So again, it's a full body exercise if you are indeed holding your torso strong. Maybe one or two more. That looks good. All right, then we roll on to our back. So what we'll do is kind of like the pointer upside down. So I'm in my dead bug position. So I'm going to take both arms and drop them back. And then let's drop one leg a little bit. And then let's try one arm at a time. So what we'll try is, it's up to you. You can drop one arm and you should feel your body have to hold steady as your arms drop back. Maybe you drop your legs a teeny bit. Please note, the more your knees are in, the more protected your back is. So the more you start with your knees away, it's going to be much harder. So pay attention to that. So we'll try to move our opposite arm and opposite leg. The longer and further you drop your arms and legs, the harder it will be to hold your shoulders and your hips in place. So you need to pay attention to what you're doing. So you decide, maybe you just drop your arms, maybe you just drop your legs, or you put it together in our opposites. So find that challenge that's working for you. Breathe and make sure you hold those abdominals strong all the way around you. Your rib cage and your breath, super important. All right, let's do a couple more. Very nice. Okay, then we'll come up onto the other side. So again, if I was laying against the wall, my heel, my glute, my shoulder, and my head would all be against the wall behind me. I have my little mouse house here, we call it. So you want to make sure that you're not dragging everything down. You want to have your spine long and steady, not rounded. So hold that spine strong. So from there, we'll take our leg, lift and lower from the hip. So remember, you're not just moving your foot, you're squeezing your hip muscles to move your whole leg, which can be quite heavy. So it's super important to keep your pelvis supported. So all the muscles of your torso need to pay attention as you lift and lower your leg. So it should feel like more than just your hip working. So you should really get those ribs and your abdominals, all the postural muscles important to keep you strong should be engaged. All right, maybe we do a couple more. Good. And relax. Nice. Very good. That was rotisserie 2. All right, on to rotisserie number 3. So the third variation, we're going to start in a plank. So the plank I'm going to do is on my forearms. So I'll be on my forearms with my feet behind me. So first I get my upper body steady and in position, and then I'll extend one leg and then the other. So just being in that position might be quite a challenge. So find your position and how it works best for you. If you can, let's try to tap your feet or even just lift your leg in that position. So remember, our ultimate goal is to stay in that plank. So you're staying long and steady in your torso as you do that. Go back to holding if you need to. Take a break if you need to. Breathe, breathe. Hang in there. Just a couple more. You got it? Sweet. Okay, come on down. And we'll go on to our side plank. So bottom leg bent or straight, arm up, and we come up into our long plank position. So from here, I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to bring it onto my shoulder or close to it. So I really am opened here. I'm going to take my elbow, and it's going to take a journey down. But what's really happening is I'm pushing my hip backward and pulling my body forward. So I pull and then open. So I'm trying to use my obliques, the muscles that go on the diagonal through your torso as you come around. So you could do this also with your legs straight. Just keep going. You got it. Good. Pull through. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yeah, good. Remember to take a break if you need to. Come down. And if it's uncomfortable, stop. Awesome. Good. All right. So then we'll come down. And we're going to have our feet about hip width apart. I'm going to have you squeeze your knees together. So you may want to move your feet a little closer if that's uncomfortable. So find yourself in good posture. We'll come up from there in a hip lift. We're going to tap our knees. 3, 2, 1, and come down. So again, we're up in that hip lift. 3, 2, 1, and come down. Lift. 3, 2, 1, and come down. Again, lift. 3, 2, 1, and down once more. 3, 2, 1. Now let's do it one more time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you got it. One more. 3, 2, 1, and come on down. So then we'll come up onto our other side. And we'll do our thread the needle. So I'm going to come up, hold. Maybe that's all you do today is hold. Bring your hand in. Maybe all you do is hold. Find that nice long straight position. I'm going to push my hip back, pull my ribs around, and then come back in. So this is led by your hip, not by your elbow. Your elbow looks like it's doing all sorts of movement, but it's really not. Your body's pulling your shoulder down and through. Remember, you can always straighten both legs if you'd like. And open. And open. Take your time. Stop and enjoy each position so you know what it feels like. How about a couple more? And maybe one more. Well done. Good job. Hey, the fourth rotisserie then, so this is the last one, so hopefully you're hanging in there as you go. We'll go back onto our forearms. Find that proper positioning here. Extend your legs through and find your plank. Maybe you stay right in your plank, or just driving your abdominals in. You're going to bend at your hips, maybe come up an inch or two, and then control yourself back down. Always return back to your normal plank and hold if you'd like. Take a break if you need to. You can always come back and try again. So we've got a lot of different options. You can still be lifting a foot if you want. You can just go into those little teeny hip lifts. You can hold the plank. Whatever it is you're doing, just keep doing. Make sure you breathe. Take a break should you need to. You got it. You got this now. Hold tight. Strong in your torso. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, then we go back onto our side. We'll come all the way down. Again, if I was laying against this wall, I would have my heel, my buttocks, my shoulder, and my head touching, so I have a long straight line. I'm going to point my toe, and I'm going to try to make a circle, draw a circle with my toe. So the circle comes from my hip, not from my foot, and not from my knee. My whole leg stays strong and steady, so I'm trying to use everything that keeps my leg bone in place. So I come around. Now let's go around the other way. So we come around. Don't forget your mouse house here. Strong in your body. So we circle, circle. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Woo, good. And then we'll go back onto our back. So we've done opposite arm, opposite leg. You can do the same thing in our dead bug position. Maybe just drop your arms down, maybe one leg, or do it together. So we drop both arms and one leg, and that can be small or it can be big. Your job is to hold those torso muscles super strong. So don't get slouchy, holding strong in your body as your arms go back. So now we're doing 2 arms and 1 leg. So hopefully that feels good to you. You can always revert back to dropping 1 arm, dropping 1 leg. So you make that move that really challenges you but keeps you safe. Make sure you're breathing. You got it. 1 more. Okie dokie. Very good. Let's come up and go on to the other side. So once again, mouse house, bottom leg bent, top leg straight, nice long line up and through. From here, you point your toe and holding that leg up, try to make a little circle. So we circle around, circle around. So this is when I see a lot more ovals than I see circles. So it's that full circle that I want. Doesn't have to be a big circle. Now go the other way. So try to really see the circle in your mind. Just trace it with your foot. So keep that circle nice and strong. Awesome. You're doing great. Keep that pelvis steady. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Good. So you can go ahead and just replay any ones you want. Keep going over and over. Go through all the different rotisseries together. Just make sure you keep that torso nice and strong. And don't forget to breathe. Okay. Good luck. Bye.